Welcome back to Big Gold Belt Media. I'm Damian G with another review here on the channel, Big Gold Belt Media, biggoldbelt.com. And this time around, I just got done watching Marvel's Hit Monkey, scheduled for release on Hulu July 15th, starring Jason Sudeikis, amongst others. And if I was lukewarm to season one, as I reviewed here on the channel last year or a couple of years back, I am even more so now. If I'm going to be frank, the best part of this show for season two are its background characters. The main cast does nothing for me. I feel as if they're even more boring this year or this season rather than the previous season, where now the background characters are the most interesting things. Leslie Jones as Eunice, who is basically an assassin agent. She is the Drew Rosenhaus, Scott Boris of assassin agents and runs an agency that sends out the gigs to people like Bryce and now the titular Hit Monkey. Look, the thought of a monkey assassin, hitman, I dig in a concept. Execution, not so much. And that's what I took away from season two, is that it focused more, or less I should say, on Hit Monkey and more on the ancillary characters. For instance, Jason Sudeikis' character, we spend a whole bunch of time with him focused on the fact that as of last season, he was dead. Bryce was dead, and now at the end of season one, he made a deal, or tried to make a deal with the devil. The devil is voiced by Keith David, by the way, so that's not surprising in and of itself. Again, the guest voice actors were the best part of season two. So now we have Jason Sudeikis' deal with the devil, or Bryce's deal with the devil, and now he gets to be human, and we find out who his daughter is, voiced by Kristen Milotti of How I Met Your Mother fame. She played the mother, Tracy. She was a joy in this series. She was a joy, and I say that because the character of Bryce is so detestable that there's not many redeeming factors. And of course, he's an assassin, he's a hitman, he's not supposed to be redeemable. This whole thing of hitman with a heart of gold because he feels bad for the monkey. I'm sorry. You lost me there, Chief. That doesn't work here for me anymore. The reform villain sometimes I think is starting to get played out. And I would have rather Bryce still been an anti-hero. And as this series goes on, it's a 10-episode season this season. His daughter is the best part of the team, of the team of, like, let's say, Hit Monkey Squad. Because she's trying to rebuild this relationship with Bryce, who obviously Bryce wants to change his relationship with her, but she wants typically nothing to do with him. And the thing she's into, let's just say, she likes crime scenes. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not trying to give you too much spoilers. So this world, she fits in like a glove, much to the chagrin and the argument and the no of Bryce. So I will say that she, as characters go, she is probably the best character in season two. Eunice is okay. Leslie Jones, and I've never been a big fan of Leslie Jones's work. She was really good here. I think she fit what an agent would be if you're an agent of assassins and hitmen, or hit women, as you were. Hit Monkey, once again voiced by Frank Tedesor, and as much as I enjoy his voiceover work, when I think back to all the times he's played Hulk, sound effects, emoting through sound effects, which is impressive as a monkey, as a cartoon monkey. But watching it play out, it just lost me. I got bored, for lack of a better term. I got bored. Also, during this season, there's a weird cult conspiracy that you're going to have to figure out. Some shocking twists and turns. Overall, the best, I guess, beside Bryce's daughter, the other best part of season two is the Assassins Cooperative, And if you like people who look or act like rejects with awesome powers, mind manipulation, energy manipulation, people that can't miss a shot kind of thing, they're intriguing because what they're trying to accomplish in this series makes them out to be so heroic. But when you get to know them as characters, they come across as one big happy family, and they are, until you figure out why they're so kumbaya. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, but remember, kids, this is a bunch of hitmen and hitwomen and assassins. There are no redeeming people here when they're assassins. They're not very redeemable. So keep that in mind when watching season 2. And I've noticed this lately on a lot of things I've covered on the channel here at Big Gold Belt Media, biggoldbelt.com, in case you missed that. Everything I've seen lately has these characters that you want to kind of rally for, even though they might be the villain of the arc. No. Sometimes villains are just villains. Sometimes, no matter how much of a big heart a villain has. For instance, when I did Tokyo Vice Cam on the channel, and we kept thinking about Sato, and he's this redeemable villain because he has a code and he cares about people. You're still a Yakuza. You're still a Yakuza. So in this show, you have all these redeeming people, redeemable people, redeeming qualities, I should say. They're still assassins. I'm gonna leave it there. But overall, what I'll say, what I did enjoy, the animation was, in my opinion, better than last year. I don't know what they did. I don't know what cacophony of stuff they used, but the animation was definitely a little bit improved compared to season 1. The jokes were not as over the top this season as in season 1. Like, they were crass jokes or just low-hanging fruit jokes, but there were a couple of good barbs here and there. So I thought that was an improvement. And remember, this goes again to say last year, I gave this about a 6 or 7 out of 10. I was lukewarm to season 1. Now in season 2, another thing I really enjoyed, and I'll say it, I liked the pacing of the story. Not so much the story itself, because they lost me mid-season. I kind of got bored a little bit by the time we got to episode 4, 5, and then it pulled me back in at like episode 8. So the middle portion is a drudge to get through, for me at least. So I'll say the storyline itself is great. The way it's written and played out, the pacing, that's what I'm looking for. The pacing, uneven. So if I had to give grades, animation, 8. Story, 7. Pacing, 5. Voiceover work, 9. I will give credit where credit is due. The voiceover work was really good this season. It's probably the best part about that. So definitely a 9 there. So if I do all these numbers in my head, 9, 7, that's 15, 22, 28, 30, divide that by 4. It's a 6. Season 2 gets a 5.5 or 6 out of 10. And that is what I'm going to give it. That's what I'm going to stick with. You let me know in the comments whether or not I'm right, I'm wrong, I'm crazy, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You let me know if you enjoyed Marvel's Hit Monkey on Hulu, July 15th, 10 episode season 2. I don't know. I just thought it was uneven, just like last year. But let me know down below in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Subscribe to all of our notifications here at Big Gold Belt Media, biggoldbelt.com. And I will see you on the next review.